Bro, you guys won't believe what just happened. Like, I was about to start the stream. And then I go take a sip of my tea. And there's a cockroach inside of my teacup. So I had to throw it away and I'm making more. Hello everyone, welcome back to 100 Line Last Defense Academy. Hello Ponta, hello Xquake, Kajamin, right from the first frame, hell yeah. You had 10 minutes break before lesson, so I want to wish you a good stream today. Tavin, I am grateful for your efforts with the thumbnail. I'll wait for the correct version. Thank you. I will, as soon as I have some time, I'll send you the revised version. Just wanted to take a hot sip. Dude, that motherfucker just looked at my teacup and she was like, oh, hell yeah, that's what I'm doing with my life. And now she's fucking dead. That's what she gets for getting into my tea. Anyway, last time in Last Defense Academy, I want to talk about some things here. Which page is it? It's page 5, right? I think it's page 5. Oh my god, dude. Okay. For some reason, the twins are down here. Well, I guess it's because we made the choice to talk to Hiroko and not Nozomi. Probably. But either way, Darumi, Shoma, and the twins died. We found this little guy stealing food, I guess, and then he had some sort of destructive, explosive device on his back. And then Hiroko, in a certain other character's fashion, threw him into the air while he exploded. And then, that's sort of where we left things off. Daosha attacked and yada yada yada, you know the drill. One thing I wanted to talk about here, well, a few things actually. So, there's a killer among us. We don't know who that killer is. It's highly likely that Takumi is the one, because he was with Darumi when, he was with Darumi last when she died. He was with the twins last when he died, and all of those murders had periods of Takumi being unconscious. So it seems like they're leaning towards that direction. What's that CG of Dead Yugamo? That's from Mystery Route. After Takumi sleeps in the cage for like 50 days, wakes up on day like 99 or some shit, and everyone is dead except Moko, Nozomi, and him. And then we have that whole showdown at the end where you have to make a choice of who is the killer, if it's Moko, Nozomi, or yourself, you know? So yeah. Anyway, the thing I wanted to talk about is when we were deciding to talk to Hiroko in the cafeteria instead of Nozomi, Takumi and Hiroko talked a lot about belief, trust, and teamwork, and you know, Hiroko was very thankful for Takumi for believing in her, and she was about to reveal a secret when Yugamo interrupted our conversation. And I was thinking today, like, before starting the stream, maybe what's actually going on, maybe the reason why Hiroko is avoiding Takumi Ponta is because this Hiroko has killed her timeline's Takumi. Because I think that would explain, one, why she has the powers to sort of get glimpses of other timelines, which has to do with her absorbing Takumi's hemoanima and thus his time-traveling skills to a certain extent. 2 would explain why she's avoidant of us. 3 would explain why she's uncomfortable around us, uncomfortable talking to us. And 4 would explain that scene, because she had such an uncomfortable reaction to us believing in her, right? For us having her as an ally, and that's sort of been the pattern so far. I feel like based on her reactions, it does seem like she has a little bit of guilt or something when she's talking to Takumi. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the route we go. Like, what if she actually killed her timeline's Takumi, and that's why she's so guilty? Because and another reason why that would make sense, we need to play this route before playing in Story Lock 1. So you would have to know why she has this time, like why she has visions of other timelines, right? And maybe that would explain it. Maybe that's why you have to play this route, right? I feel like that's likely what's happening with Hiroko. That's my best working theory right now. But yeah, other than that, I do think Takumi is the one that's carrying out the killings. Either, like, they're making it so obvious that it's Takumi, and I feel like the only other one that sort of is a little iffy is Shoma, which might imply that there's like 2 murderers, but I don't know who the second one would be now that Kako is dead. Because my guess was Kako. Maybe Yugamo, of course, like Yugamo, like by elimination, would be my other suspect. It's possible that Darame killed Shoma as well, but unlikely. Because Yugamo did say, you know, perhaps I'm going crazy too at some point when he saw Darame's body. So, I don't know, man. Things are very, very sketchy here, and that's sort of what I wanted to talk about. Have no idea what the deal with this guy is, or why he was stealing food, why he's like, why he was pleading for his life or whatever, and why he has this device on his back. I actually have literally no idea why this guy is even here. But yeah, that's sort of what I wanted to talk about. Let's get into it, because hopefully today we're gonna get to the end of the route if we are quick on the action here. Let me take off my shirt, because god damn it. Oh yeah, Tsubasa wanted to talk to us about something. She wanted to report something to us, and I wonder if that has to do with the life detection device. I wonder if it's starting to show 1 extra again. Maybe there's another food thief again. Or maybe it is the killer, actually. Who knows? Sir Takumi, you're awake! I was a little worried. I know things are bad, but it's not like we know for sure you're not the killer, so... It wasn't just Gaku. I could feel an air of awkwardness hanging over everybody. Hold on, let me just adjust my mic. There we go. But I was still happy that everyone came to see me now that I'd recovered. Good, your head is back where it belongs. Somehow, but getting beheaded is not great. It really hurts, actually. You could learn to love it. Wanna give it another shot? I'd be happy to help. I'll pass, thanks. More importantly, Tsubasa said she had something to report. Oh, right. I ran some analysis on that thieving invader from earlier. First of all, that device it had on it was a jammer. But what was it jamming? The announcement system? Wait, now I'm... Huh. A jammer? That's the device meant to interfere with electric signals. Yeah, I'm just wondering, what was it jamming? The bomb? What do you mean the bomb? The bomb on his back? No, that thing just just set off because it was set to explode if someone touched it. Oh. It's used to scramble transmissions, radio waves, and the like. Why would an invader need something like that? I'll try to explain. As soon as they detached it, the bomb started. The bomb and the jammer are 2 completely different things. The jammer just had a bomb in it. That doesn't have anything to do with the jamming. This is clearly like messing with some of our circuitry. Maybe the announcements, maybe it was the lock, dude. Maybe it was actually the lock in the locker that Takumi set the combination to. That's how they got it open. Because it was an electric lock, if I remember correctly. Electronic lock. I'll try to explain. I found a recording device in the remains of the invader. Interesting. A recording device? Was anything on it? I wonder if it... Wait. It had everything from voice data to activity logs. I think it was forcibly implanted into the little guy to monitor it. It's amazing the device was still intact. If its host was rigged to explode, you'd think that'd also be designed to automatically erase all the data. Yeah, seriously. The signal from the jammer worked a little too well and ended up partially jamming the signal on the remote detonation device. So the bomb only partially detonated. Normally, it would have been completely blown to smithereens, but the explosion was unusually diminished. I see, so that's how some parts survived. So I examined the data and learned a few things. like how long the invader had been in the school. So that was on day 31 that the lock was open. So if this invader is here for like 60 days, then bingo, we got our culprit.
It came here during the defensive battle on day 21.
Boom. We have our culprit. That's how they got the lock open. That's how they got the lock open. The jammer fucked up the electronic lock. For some reason, my previous greeting didn't go through, so hello again. Hi, Omoninger. Yeah, I think you might have added some, like, profanities on that. The YouTube blocked. Welcome, welcome. I don't know if you caught the theorizing at the beginning, but we were just talking about how I think Hiroko from this timeline might have killed Takumi in her timeline, which would explain the ability she has from seeing visions from other timelines, would explain why she's uncomfortable around him, and would also explain why we have to play this route before Star Luck 1. Yesterday I couldn't type cute lady. What the fuck, dude? I didn't. YouTube just bullies me.
It didn't want to fight, so it ran away from its unit and hid in the school ever since.
Okay.
It was hiding here since day 21? That thing has real talent as a shinobi.
Seriously.
The invaders wouldn't just let it run away scot-free. Deserters are usually punished harshly. That would mean all manner of torture, punishment, and discipline, right?
That's the thing, Yugamo. I think this guy is working for someone else. Maybe this guy is actually working for the killer.
What's even the difference between any of those?
I don't know how they would have gotten him on their side, but...
Anyway, the invader exploded because the bomb used to execute deserters was activated, but...
okay.
The reason it managed to hide out for more than 60 days was because of that jammer.
Oh, the jammer was actually jamming the bomb to prevent it to explode. I see. That's why he didn't want to take out the device. That makes sense.
With that thing, it was able to avoid being tracked and blown up by a commander.
I see. So it came prepared.
Yeah, seriously.
But when we found it, Gaku pulled off the jammer and the bomb inside of it went off.
Then Hiroko threw it in the air, and it got blown apart.
So that's what happened. Does that mean when we heard sounds coming from the school that one night, was that the invader too? Very likely when we left with Moko. If we're talking about day 43, then definitely yes. It was all in the activity log. Awesome. Day 43, that's the day Moko was killed. Nozomi and Moko came to my room that night. Nozomi said she heard sounds coming from somewhere downstairs. We wanted to go check out what they were. So that invader was moving around the night of day 43? Then that means the killer really could have been the invader. Unlikely. Unfortunately, no. I checked the recorded data against the estimated times of the killings, but it doesn't line up. Yeah, it probably was somewhere completely different. That's all for my report. I was hoping to find some information that might give us a clue about the killer. But now it's clear the invader was innocent, which means the killer is one of us. It's either that or the killer is simply someone non-organic, which is not past this game. One of us is a freaking murderer! I mean, one of them is a confirmed murderer. And that's Yugamo, and then there's the killer. The mystery is solved! Not so easily, Kyoshika. No, it's not! Not even close! Yelling is just a waste of energy. It's not like you're going to inspire the killer to reveal themselves. If they reveal themselves right now, it would be very funny. Shut up! Is it you? Stop it, Gaku. We're not going to solve this by blindly pointing fingers. So, what do we do about Daosha? We'll have to figure something out between us. We can't just ignore him. Then we should all stay here, right? The killer can't strike if we're all together. Let's do that. Any objections, Gaku? Whatever, fine. After that, we discussed strategies for beating Dalsha. But the mood was so horrible we couldn't even begin to decide what we needed to do. In the end, the day ended with no real progress made. Very interesting.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Good night. I'm so tired. With a sigh, I flopped into my bed. I thought you guys were supposed to stay together. My head hurts. It's throbbing. Must be stress. First the killer, and now Dalsha. There's so much I need to think about, but I don't want to think about anything anymore. My entire body was exhausted. I couldn't even bring myself to move. Gradually, my eyelids grew heavy. Just before I fully gave in to sleep, I could have sworn I saw a flickering flame out of the corner of my eye. Shoutouts to Xian. Oh boy. Who's here this late at night? Cautiously, I sat in bed and waited to see what happened next. They rang again, and maybe it's an emergency. Something might have happened, but I should keep my guard up. Just in case, I had my infuser behind my back as I opened the door. I rarely cracked it open to find. Tsubasa, what's up?
Sorry, I know it's late. I probably woke you up.
Don't worry about it. Did something happen?
Well, actually, I've been analyzing the remains of that invader for a while, and I think something is missing. Judging from the shape of the hull, it's probably some kind of external storage.
Okay. Like a memory card or something?
Exactly. It might have gotten dislodged and blown somewhere during the explosion.
Oh, okay, so maybe we can find it.
I thought about waiting until tomorrow, but I think the sooner we find it, the better.
So you came to ask me. You want to search for this thing you want me to search for this thing with you? Okay. Tsubasa's dying next because she's talking to Takumi alone.
Yeah, if you don't mind, that is.
Not at all, but...
Hey, I'm not the killer, you know?
Me neither, but neither of us can prove ourselves innocent either.
It's okay. I'm prepared to kill you if things go off the rails.
Famous last words. That makes me feel so much better. Anyway, I'll get ready. I know I'm stating the obvious, but it's really dark out here.
I brought flashlights. We're just going to have to sweep the area.
Tsubasa shined the flashlight on the ground and stopped over. I did the same, looking at the ground. This seems pretty inefficient.
Yeah, and it's 3 days since the explosion too. Pretty sure this is where it happened.
This was going to be a long night. I stilled myself and sat searching for Tsubasa. But it turned out my resolve wasn't going to be needed after all. Huh? There's something on the ground here. It was something small and black, covered in dirt. I picked it up and Tsubasa practically lunged at it.
Hey, let me see it.
She took the thing from me and excitedly began to examine it.
Good job, Takumi. This is the external storage device I was looking for.
For real? I thought that would take longer.
I'm going to analyze the data on this too. Whew, I can't wait to see what's on it. If they felt the need to blow that invader up to keep it away from us, there might be some important secret intel on it.
I'm excited too, but try not to overwork yourself, right? I can't read. I'm excited too, but try not to overwork yourself, okay? You can't keep working such long hours every day.
Don't worry. I'm done for today. Let's head back.
Looking satisfied, Tsubasa put away the storage device and started to walk back to the school in high spirits. Phew, we found what she was looking for without anything bad happening, thank goodness. You're getting ahead of yourself, Takumi. She ain't surviving the night, she really isn't. On top of that, we might even get some new information. My steps were suddenly feeling lighter. Choo-doo. On the way back, at the edge of the courtyard, Tsubasa suddenly stopped and peered into my face.
So, who do you think the killer is?
But why are you bringing that up all of a sudden?
I just wanted to ask. I honestly have no idea. But I feel like I might not even want to know. I'll be shocked no matter who it turns out to be.
Same here, but whoever they are, they can't get away with this.
Yeah, I think we agree on that. Wouldn't it be crazy if the killer really showed up while we were talking about them?
Brother, come on. It happened as soon as Tsubasa let out an amused giggle. That's funny. Well, oh, wait, that sound.
Huh? No. No way.
This fucking game, dude. Swear to Christ.
Eek!
Tsubasa, run! This way! There we go again. Which side? Okay, this side. Man, oh man. Wow. That actually got me.
I can still fight.
Okay, so I was ready for that. He's gonna get Tsubasa. Is there gonna be two? That would be funny. Okay, we're getting some distance.
Yeah!
Just how long are they gonna chase us? We ran feverishly hard as we could, but the killer didn't let up. The roof is just past these stairs. There's nowhere to run after this. We can't let them get to us. I have to do something. I stopped running up the stairs, suddenly whirling around to look back at our pursuer. And kicked them with all my might. They tumbled down the stairs and fell in a heap at the bottom. Dude, it's gonna be another fucking Takumi. Wow, that's the first time we hear anything from them.
Yeah!
Okay, now's our chance to finally capture them. They groaned in agony, but paralysis must have been setting in because they made no effort to resist.
Yeah!
We finally got you. Just give up. Or is it gonna be Hideko? It's either Takumi or Hideko.
Takumi, Tsubasa!
What happened? I heard a really loud noise and... Huh?
Is that the killer? Did we finally catch them?
I'll explain everything later. Give me a hand here. Is that fucking Siri? I swear to God, dude. I swear to fucking Christ, if that's Siri, I'm out of here. Oh my God. Guys, give me a second. Let me go grab my tea that I started brewing. BRB. It's Ato. Dude, it can't be Ato, right? It can't be Ato.
They're paralyzed, not dead.
This asshole killed our friends, damn it! Let me at him!
Let me get the mask off first. Ready?
God, who is it gonna be? It has to be another Takumi, right?
Okay.
I placed my hands on the killer's helmet and slowly pulled it off. Who I saw underneath left me speechless. It's gonna be another Takumi, right? Okay, it was Yugamu. I mean, that was my...
Yugamu?
That was my second guess. Like, out of all of them, Yugamu was extremely suspicious. But... I don't know how I feel about this, but yeah, Yugamu was the most suspicious. And he said so many things like, oh no, maybe I'm going crazy too. But I find it hard to believe that Takumi is not involved with any of those. Right? Because there's like the whole going unconscious thing. So it really must be Ponta a situation where there's two killers. You know what actually would be crazy? If Yugam was just wearing the suit, but he hasn't actually killed anybody. Because we haven't seen Yugamu killing anybody. And he did say that what he actually just wanted was to see people's faces of despair. So what if he noticed that Takumi was being a murderer? And he decided to just spice things up by like portraying himself as this killer while Takumi is actually the one doing the killing. I don't know, man. I feel like Yugama is not behind the killings, which is... It sounds absurd, but I feel like there's something here that doesn't add up. This is like leaving me a little unsatisfied, and I believe the reason for that is there's things that don't add up with Yugama being the killer or the soul killer. There's more to this than meets the eye. Story lock 2. Can you imagine? We peeled off the suit Yugama was wearing and brought him to the rec room. He was limp, breathing shallowly, but his expression seemed almost as if it had traces of a grin. We stood around Yugamo as he recovered from his paralysis enough to talk. He kept his cool throughout, maintaining the same composure he always did. I can hardly believe this was your doing, Sir Yugamo. I may have broken rationic bread with you, but I have no sympathy to spare. I shall avenge my fallen comrades. The holy Jumanji sword shall have your head. Calm down, Kyoshika. We can't jump straight to beheadings. Why did you do this? What possible reasons could you have? Say something, Yugamo. I know you're not hurt that bad. He's gonna say he's not the killer. Apologies. I was just trying to figure out where to start. Yep. There you go, brother. I knew it. Fucking knew it. This made no sense for Yugamo to be the killer based on everything that has happened. I knew it. Let me lead by saying I haven't killed anyone. I love this game. Okay, they're cooking. I knew they would not do this to me. I have too much faith in this writer. Huh? Are you playing games, dude? What kind of idiot would believe that? Gaku's right. If that's true, why are you dressed like that? Why do you have the parasol? He just wanted to keep the killing aura around because that's what excites him. Like otherwise he would actually become a killer if you guys were not panicking. Let me start from the beginning. I'll explain everything, so hear me out. Fine, we'll listen, but you're on thin ice. The killer first appeared on day 16. Well, maybe it was already day 17 by then.
It was late at night in the biolab.
Oh.
Takumi said he saw Hideko get cornered by the killer there.
Huh?
That's right. Then we got into a struggle. In the end, they got away, but I managed to recover their weapon and the suit. I was with Gaku and Kyoshika during that time. Huh? You were? Oh my fucking god. I was right here in the rec room on the night of day 16. You and Gaku invited me.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What were the three of you doing that late at night?
Oh.
Gaku said he found an adult video in the storeroom and wanted to have a watch party. I fucking love this game.
Don't snitch on me, dude!
It turned out it was just footage of cute critters. Not an adult video, but an animal video.
Yes, they were precious little furballs. Although Sir Gaku seemed very disappointed. Okay, can we just move on with the story?
Anyway, I was here in the rec room. We had headphones on, so we didn't notice any noise. Isn't that right, guys? Why do you... Why do you feel like you're trying to cover up something? Gaku and Kyoshika nodded. It seemed like Yugamo was telling the truth so far, okay? There's more. The next time the killer appeared was...
Oh?
Day 25, when Ava was killed inside her cage. Right, I had nothing to do with her murder. However, you witnessed it? After seeing her dead body, the murderous impulses inside of me began to resurface. I didn't remember exactly when it heard it, but something Yugamo said in the cafeteria began to replay in my head, yes. But I can't help it, man. Ever since I saw her dismembered body, my passion's been at a fever pitch. That's the kind of loving killing I've been craving all my life. Not being able to do it myself has got me climbing the walls. I can't keep going like this.
If you can't help me out, I really might have to kill someone.
Ripe with overwhelming lust, I try to find an outlet for my feverish mania. I believe it was day 38 when I finally found my solution, when I was just about to kill Gaku.
What? You were seriously gonna kill me?
Yeah, I was seconds away from going through with it. I had a lot of pent-up bloodlust. But the moment I saw the fear of death in his eyes, I noticed my dark desire was temporarily satiated. Sated? I don't know how to pronounce that word. I think it's sated. Sated. It might just be sated. I will say, it's so good, because Yugamo did say that like doing this was sort of a coping mechanism. Like when you're feeling horny, you watch a porn video and it sort of goes away for a while. And now realizing that there was a porn video at play here on the day of the incident, that adds a lot to that analogy.
This guy is a freak!
Now that I think about it, he mentioned this in a conversation we had with Ima. After what happened with Gaku, I finally figured out a way to suppress them better. I don't actually have to kill anyone. I just have to see the look of despair when they stare death in the face.
That's why you kept portraying yourself as the murderer, just to keep the panicked state in everyone so that you could see their faces like that all the time. But then what actually happened is that there was another killer doing the deed.
It's not exactly a long-term solution though, more like a coping mechanism. My only problem is that no one seems to want to show me their seconds before death face. What about day 43 when Moko was killed? What were you doing then? I was in my room. I couldn't sleep that night because of the bloodlust festering deep inside of me. Then I heard Nozomi's shrieks and the sound of glass breaking, so I went to see what was going on. When I did, I found the killer suit and the power saw at the bottom of the pool. Interesting. Okay. I still think that one invader has something to do with the lock being jammed, but I don't know why they were in the pool. Huh? The stuff missing from the locker was in the pool. Why? Sir Yukamo must have stolen it, correct? No, I didn't know the combination. Right, you weren't even in the room when Takumi set the code. Yeah, like I said, he was. It was one of the things that led me to be sus of Yugamo, because he was literally the only person not in the room, and like weirdly enough, that makes him the most suspicious of him. Wait, I was chased by the killer the day Moko was killed. That was Yugamo. They had me cornered by the pole, so I shoved them aside and got away, but maybe when that happened, they fell in. Huh. So, there really is someone else wearing the suit. It was not only Yugamo. Okay. Interesting. I see. You might be right, but I wasn't concerned about the details. I had other things in my mind at the time, like taking the killer's things so I could dress up like them. Surely you're not telling us you pretended to be the killer just so you could see the looks of despair and fulfill your desires? Yeah, that's pretty much what it did. Sorry, I just couldn't hold back the urges inside of me. But I really wasn't going to kill anyone. Just seeing your faces twisted up in despair was enough to satisfy me. Nothing you're saying makes any sense. It makes all the sense in the world. What was your involvement in the murders of Takemaru, Kurata, and Shoma? I had nothing to do with Takemaru's death on day 51. I swear it. The first day I dressed up as the killer was day 64, the day Kurata was killed. We were on guard duty that night, right? You fell asleep, so I went with Kurata to the bathroom. I sensed that the two of you were going to leave, so I pretended to sleep. I figured it would be my chance to enjoy the thrill of the chase. I quickly put on the suit I had hidden in my room and chased you with the power saw. Finally, that makes all the sense now. So you were the one chasing me in the hallway? That's right. I chased you like the killer would, and once I had you cornered in front of the defense room...
I finally got to see your terrified expression, filled with despair. My lust was sated.
It is sated.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Wow, Yugamo, what a line. Once I had my fill, I hid the suit and power saw in my room and went back to the gym. That's all I know. So you really know nothing about Lady Kurata's death? Speak the truth, or I'll prepare to become rust on the blade of the holy Jumanji's sword. I'm sorry, but I had nothing to do with her murder. I can't tell you anything. I had nothing to do with Shoma's death on day 77 either.
Oh?
Keep talking. What about Arumi on day 8 and the twins on day 83? When the fire started in that vaulting box, everyone scattered and ran away from the gym. I smelled an opportunity.
You're kidding. You took advantage of the chaos to masquerade as the killer?
Correct. I went back to my room, got the suit and power saw, and pretended to be the killer for a second time, and that's when Dotami got killed.
Huh?
I went inside and found Dotami and Takumi immediately. I felt bad knowing it would be my second time doing it to you, but... You put on such a good performance the first time. I couldn't resist the chance to see you like that again.
Seeing the enraptured look on Yugamo's face, I was at a complete loss for words for so many reasons. I like this. Like, this all makes all the sense in the world, and honestly, I feel like the only explanation that makes sense at this point, and I guess Takumi might be the one actually doing the killings, because it only makes sense. Halfway through the chase, I told Dotami to run. I lured the killer, you, into chasing me alone. I managed to lose you somehow, and then head out to my room until the next morning. But Dotami, that's what you think, Takumi. You dozed off, and God knows what happened in that period.
I don't know what happened after Dotami got away. Once I lost sight of you, Takumi, I gave up. I went back to my room, changed, and met up with everybody else.
Right, the life sign count was 11 when Yugamo joined us. So Dotami was still alive at that point.
And I had nothing to do with Ima and Kako either. I didn't do a thing to them.
Is that everything? You're not hiding anything else? I'm so confused about the thing about Takumi having a doppelganger or something in the academy, because the twins did say that there was a second one.
Scout's honor. You might not believe me, but I really didn't kill anyone.
You don't seriously think we're okay with what you did, do you?
I'm aware I crossed the line, but I couldn't stop myself. Those looks of terror and despair whenever I chased you, I needed them so badly. That's why I kept this from you guys. No other reason, I promise.
You say that, but I feel betrayed. I'm not going to be able to forgive you and move on that easily.
I'll accept any punishment you want to give me. Torture me, whatever you need to do.
But if it wasn't Yugamo who killed our friends, then who's the real killer?
Yeah, I believe Hirika might have a hunch.
Suddenly, the image of the killer on day 16 crossed my mind.
Were they still hiding inside the school? No, that wouldn't add up with the life sign count. It has to be one of you, and it has to be Takumi, because for all we know,
it's so weird because, like, they were with the suit on the first day.
That's what doesn't add up. That's what does not add up.
I guess that explains why the blade was not bloody from when Yugamo was chasing them with the power saw on the day of Moka's death. I believe Takumi might have used the saw to kill Ava, because when we found it tossed in the flames, it was bloody. It can't be a Hiroko, right? Yugamo started dressing as the killer on day 64. No, dude. That was like that was he did chase us. He did chase us before. Let me pull the transcript because it was a little bit confusing. I stopped for a little bit, but no, he did chase us back then. And to see what was going on, bottom of the pool.
I had other things in my mind at the time, like taking the killer's thing so I could dress up like them. So he did dress up and chase them. Right? He did dress up and chase them. Based on what I understood from this, at the very least. He did, because he did say the first time he dressed up was on day 64, but I assume that was like the first time after that, right? Yeah, there it is. There it is. I quickly put on the suit I had hidden in my room. No, wait. Which one is this? Oh no, okay. Hold on. First day I dressed up as the killer was day 64. The day Kurata was killed. So there are 2 suits? That's like what's confusing to me, because this would imply that there's 2 suits, dude. This just feels weird. 3 suits. The flames are supposed to burn away organic matter, so how is the saw bloody? Plot hole, I guess. Or the killer was using the one in the locker. I mean, yeah. Because that one had disappeared, so it is one of them. This is so confusing. I find this, like, weird. Like, why did Nozomi not bring this up? All right, let's see where this goes. We'll think on it later. Were they still hiding inside the school? Nozomi is apparently also the only one who was able to escape the killer. Yes, which, again, adds to it being possibly Takumi, but I don't know if that has any credibility. It's so weird because there does seem to be, like, 2 suits here. Then watch, where are they? I'm getting rather lost. What are we doing with Saryugamo? I think we're going to have to keep him separated from the group until we find the real killer, and he might be the next one to die because of that.
Oh.
Of course, that should help with my little problem.
How about we use that weird room on the first floor? We can lock it from the outside.
The room with the strange devices from when we were at Kamakura General Hospital. That might be the perfect place to lock Yugamo up. Hey! Mind if I take the power saw and the suit he was hiding? I'll hide them someplace where nobody can find them.
No.
Where's the proof that you're innocent? I don't have any, but same goes for everybody here. Trust me, I know I'll be under suspicion if someone else gets attacked. Fine, you can deal with them, Gaku. We'll take care of you, Gamo. Yeah, that's fine with me. We handed the power saw and suit over to Gaku, then took Yugamo to the strange room. We put him inside and locked it securely from the outside. Nozomi would be the one in charge of the key. Okay. Okay, this is important to know. I just find I just find it so weird that there was 2 suits. That just feels like a little sloppy to me. I don't know. Cause it was never brought up. Cause like Shoma found the suit in the bathroom. The parasol we got from the flames. Why is there a second suit? We'll see. I'm a little confused by now, but we'll see where this goes. I really can't comment on it because that just comes as a shock to me. That just really comes as a shock to me, and I have no fucking clue what to make of it. Because if Yugamo didn't chase Nozomi, none of this adds up. After that, we went back to the roof and met up with Gaku when he'd finished his task. We made sure everything had gone according to plan, then decided to call it a day. Nobody was any the wiser, but a shocking development was waiting for us right around the corner. Yeah, Yugon was probably gonna be dead. In a locked room murder, no less. So that's gonna be interesting.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Wowee! It's your 90th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! The time humanity has longed for is almost upon us! We're really in the home stretch now! It's been a long and arduous road. But since you've made it this far, I just know you're gonna be fine! In 10 days, you'll have your happy ending, and all of you will become the heroes who saved humanity! Well then, everyone work hard together and keep those spirits up!
I have a hypothesis. What if Nozum... No, that makes zero sense. Cause okay, Yugamo heard the sound of glass break. No, okay. Yugamo heard the sound of Nozomi shrieks and glass breaking. So that was when they jumped out the window. So he heard that, and only after that did he go to get the suit. So I think what actually happened, Ponta, is after Nozomi brought Takumi back with the revival medic when she was going out, like, back to her room or something, she faced the killer, and then that's when she pushed him into the water. And after that, Yugamo found the suit. I think that's the only way to explain this. Cause if Yugamo heard the sound of glass breaking and only after that did he go searching for them, that means the killer was still chasing them. At that point. That was just the killer. And then after they jumped out the window, I'm not too convinced. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Because it just feels sloppy for a second suit to be around. It makes no sense to me. I would actually be disappointed if there is one, because it was never remotely brought up. And it's just like, it's implied in such a weird way that it just, I don't know, man. It just doesn't add up. Because Yugamo, here's like the thing. I'm gonna go back to this. I heard Nozomi's shrieks and the sound of glass breaking. So I went to see what's going on. Right? That was after the glass broke. So how would you... before they jumped out the window, that was the killer chasing them. And so this encounter with Nozomi must have been later, because otherwise, like, this would just imply the existence of a random second suit that would just create a whole new set of problems that were never addressed by the building up mystery. That's what I think happened. Wait, how did she word it? How did Nozomi explain that? Hold on. Bloodlust. I was chased by the killer the day Moko was killed. They had me cornered by the pool, so I shoved them aside and got away. But maybe when that happened, they fell in. Yeah, that's. I feel like that makes sense. Yeah. It makes sense. Yeah, I feel like that explains it. Cause there's no way there's a second suit. There's no way there's a second suit. That would just be so weird and unnecessary. And it would just weaken the mystery because it was never even remotely alluded to. Yeah, I feel like that makes sense. A happy ending? Happiness stopped being an option a long time ago. Anyway, I guess I should head over to the cafeteria. I need to give Yugomo some food too. Wow. I wish they added something to Nozomi's lines being like, "Oh, after I brought you back with the revival medic, the killer chased me," or something like that. That would just make this so much easier to understand. It's like, just by not clarifying that, they created a whole issue about there being a second suit here. The only people in the cafeteria were Nozomi, Hideko, and Kiyoshika. Good morning, Takumi. Morning, no sign of Tsubasa or Gaku. They might be holed up in their rooms out of paranoia or dead. Maybe, but I hope not. We still haven't worked out our strategy for Dalsha. There's so much to think about that my brain feels like it's going to boil over. Neither of them were wearing their regular clothes. The same went for me. We had a little discussion before going our separate ways yesterday. At the end of it, we decided to wear class armor, or artificial class armor in Nozomi's case, all day from now. If everything Yugomo told us was the truth, the killer was still out there somewhere. If they're not even showing up on the life sign total, they might even be one of us. Before I could finish that thought, I heard footsteps outside in the hall. Yeah, she's gonna report Yugomo's death. Tsubasa burst into the cafeteria, breathless and with a grim look on her face. Tsubasa, what's got you in such a hurry? I just woke up and checked the life sign count. It's gone down to 6. Okay, Tsubasa, Takumi, Kiyoshika, Hideko, Nozomi, and I think Gaku. So yeah. Yugomo is dead. The only ones missing were Gaku and Yugomo, which meant one of them is dead. Let's search the school.
Oh?
We'll start with the nearby rooms. Everybody stick together. We systematically opened every door in the school, making sure nothing was out of place, and now we're gonna reuse that scene from the mystery route. Gaku is now a suspect too. Yeah, but it's not gonna be him. No more. I'm sick of it. I've had enough despair for one lifetime. My heart was screaming with each door we opened. In the end, my prayers would go unanswered. Okay, I guess he's not a suspect.
So it was Gaku.
I was not expecting Gaku. I was sure it would be Yugomo. Crazy. Huh. And always with the X's, right? Always with the X's. Huh. Inside the library, we found the blood-soaked remains of Gaku Maruko, his body sliced to ribbons. An unpleasant stench of blood emanated from his mangled corpse.
The revival-matic.
It's pointless. We're too late.
Slowly, the world turned gray. It felt like my emotions died with Gaku. If Gaku's been killed, that means Yugamo's still alive. Let's make sure there's no sign it broke out of the room. We need to look for the power saw too. Sir Takumi, how are you so composed? Sir Gaku has been killed! Yeah, I mean, he's desensitized by now. Or maybe he's just a killer.
All the crying and screaming in the world couldn't bring him back. So there's no point.
Fuck. Takumi's about to remain alone with the harem. That is right.
Huh?
Are you being serious right now? I'm not trying to sound heartless. I just want this to be over. Let's take him to the morgue. Help me out. Wait, before we do that, look here, there's signs of a struggle, okay? Hiriko pointed to a nearby bookshelf.
Oh?
The shelf is way out of position, and there's books on the ground. Someone must have moved it intentionally. Maybe Gaku bumped into it while he was fighting the killer. No, there's multiple gouge marks on the back of the shelf. That's not natural. Did he try to fight the killer with the power saw? And the killer used their own weapon to battle him? What do you mean? I think that's what she's alluding to. I think Gaku had the power saw and he tried to defend himself with the power saw. And since we know the suit and the cell are potentially not even involved with the other killings, the killer might have a completely different weapon, so Gaku must have been just defending him. It's highly likely that Gaku hid the power saw and suit here. He must have gotten in a fight over them with the killer, resulting in these gouges. I see, so that's why he was killed here. And the power saw and suit got taken again. Maybe someone here has them. You're suspecting us now? It wasn't me! Can you prove that your hands are clean before pointing fingers, Lady Tsubasa? Enough. Suspecting each other serves no purpose. Man, Kyoshika's sweating profusely. Hiriko and I lifted Gaku's body in silence. The others came to help soon after, but no one felt like talking. After bringing Gaku to the morgue, we went to the room where Yugamo was locked up. Yugamo's eyes went wide upon hearing the news of Gaku's murder. Then he just stared down at the floor. There were no signs that he'd left the room, but our suspicion of one another was only growing. Our worst case scenario just keeps finding ways to get worse, and there's no stopping it now. Very interesting.
Good morning, troops! Rise and shine! It's day 91 of your service here at Last Defense Academy! 9 days remain until the time humanity has longed for is upon us! I hate to keep reminding you, but the fate of all of humanity rests on the shoulders of the Special Defense Unit! So work well and work together for the sake of all of mankind!
Okay. Dasha's showing up in 2 days. I survived another night, I guess. I let out a deep sigh after making sure my heart was still beating. It wouldn't surprise me if I was the next victim. You're not gonna be, Takumi. If they just kill me too. I was taken aback by the words that left my lips. What was I saying? Jesus Christ. I need to switch gears. I'll go to the cafeteria. Fuck. It's just you, Hiriko. Everybody's decided to eat in their rooms. Well, I figured this would happen. I assembled a light meal on my tray and sat in front of Hiriko. We were silent. The only sound in the cafeteria was the quiet clatter of our dishes. Then Hiriko calmly looked me in the eye.
I've been killed. Many times, actually.
Okay, so she's finally bringing up the multiple timelines thing and how she gets glimpses of each timeline. Interesting.
What?
Would it make more sense if I told you that I lived through a different past? Similar to how you time traveled from yours?
Yep.
Hold on. This is a lot out of nowhere.
Hiriko experienced something like I did. It was all so sudden that I couldn't follow. She didn't seem to be joking, but...
Uh-huh.
I remember everything about the past I saw. Not that it's a pleasant memory. Interesting. This implies that... wait. Because she's saying it in the singular, but I think she means, like, multiple pasts. Because she's been killed multiple times, yeah. Is that what you've been hiding?
Mm-hmm.
The memories came to me on day 3.
Oh?
I was killed, and I remember what I said at the end, clear as day.
This was another failed timeline. Just like the others.
Oh my god, this is Calamity Route, bro. This is Calamity Route, what the fuck?
Maybe it was a mistake for us to stay in this school to begin with.
And why was that day 3? What the fuck? That was like so far in the timeline. What the heck? And this is what she said at the end of the Calamity Route. Like Ghost Unmasked, I believe, was the ending that this happened in. When we had the choice to, right before we had the choice to attack Gaku.
Maybe we all should have left.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm going to do it over again. As many times as it takes.
She said that she remembered it on day 3. Oh, yeah, that's right. I can't fucking read, dude. Okay, never mind.
I'll bring an end to all of these horrific histories. I'll do it someday. Mark my words.
Okay.
You've been repeating the past. And failing.
Yeah, similarly to you, Takumi. And again, that's why I believe Hiriko might actually be... She might actually be the only person that dies in the Story Lock 1 route. Because it would be like her ultimate sacrifice. Because that's what she's been fighting to prevent. She's preventing the killings, the deaths of us all.
I thought that by staying in this school, history would repeat itself. I wanted
so
to
she
stop
was
that
the
from
one.
happening.
So she was the one
So
that
I
placed the
sprayed a
warning.
warning
Oh
on the
my
blackboard.
god. Okay. That makes sense. Nice.
That threatening message.
That's right. I wrote it.
I wanted to tell you sooner. That's why I asked you to meet me that night. The day Hiroko asked me to see her, Nozomi wanted to talk to me that night too. But then Yugamu showed up, so I couldn't say anything. After that, I lost my nerve. I couldn't do it.
You kept this to yourself all this time? But why tell only me?
Because you're the only one that would believe her, or that would understand her.
I blame my ego.
Hiroko...
Sorry.
With that, Hiroko left the cafeteria, carefully avoiding making eye contact with me. I had no idea what she had to apologize for, but one thing was clear enough. She seems like she's hurting. Yeah, she holds a lot of guilt. She'd been holding this all by herself, memories of a brutal series of events. After seeing vulnerability in Hiroko for the first time, I couldn't bring myself to push her any further. I was worried she might break. I wonder why it was specifically on day 3 that she got those she got those memories, because we killed Ato on day 2.
Soldiers. It's time to hit the hay.
Isn't that right? Yep, we killed Ato on day 2. And then that was the day right after, so I don't know.
Another day of fine work, everyone. You've done well. For each other and for humanity. Get some shut-eye and take care. Well then, good night.
Okay. The announcement changed. I guess the countdown will begin soon. We've got more problems than just the invaders now. It had been another day of almost no progress. We still hadn't solved our Dalsha problem, but there were too many other things to worry about. I can't believe Yuriko time traveled too. But looking back, the things she said and did that hadn't made sense before all added up now. What happened in the timeline she lived through, and why bring it up now? I'm always a few steps behind. My head hurts. Unable to get my thoughts in order, I gave up and closed my eyes. Before long, I fell asleep.
Up and at 'em, troops! Time to rise and shine! It's your 92nd day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Overcome these last few days with the teamwork you've cultivated with your allies here along the way! The goal is right in front of you! A new era will begin in humanity's history, and all of you will be honored as heroes for generations to come! Okay, let's get going for the day!
I'm just thinking about this. That's why I'm a little quiet. Teamwork I've cultivated with my allies. Is that supposed to be satire? I guess I'll go to the cafeteria. Someone might be there.
Huh?
Verily, so? Totally, right?
Just as I left my room, I could hear Kyoshika and Tsubasa talking in the distance. Kyoshika seems to be excitedly telling Tsubasa something. I wonder what. Did something else happen? Okay.
Sir Takumi, perfect timing. Can you come with us?
Huh? Wait, where are we?
Just hurry.
Okay. Doesn't seem like it's something bad necessarily. But then oh my god. Is that's the strange room, isn't it? Oh fuck.
I came to bring Sir Yugamu his meal, but then...
Let's go in.
Okay. Is he gonna be dead? Okay, yeah, same shot from the Mr. Rat. I was expecting that. And yeah, that makes sense. We opened the broken door and saw Yugamu covered in blood, face down and lifeless. Who's gonna make the poison for us to battle Dalsha, dude? How are they gonna even work on that poison? Harem route, let's go. We already have a harem ending and Moko was not very pleased. I mean, damn, sucks for Yugamu. Shut up, dude.
Yugamu.
Oh yeah, of course, I expected as much. Just like everyone else before him, his body was sliced to ribbons. Hiroko, Nozomi, you're here.
Yeah, we were the first to hear the news from Kyoshika.
You can probably tell, but he's lost all his cryptoglobin. We can't revive him.
Let's get him to the morgue right away. I feel bad leaving him like this. Right, we need to make a grave marker as well.
No one lost their composure anymore. No tears flowed. Even the anger was gone. We just accepted the death of our friend and dealt with it matter-of-factly. We were used to this now. The death of Yugamu was just another part of our day. That's bleak as fuck. I don't want to do anything. Laying listlessly in bed, I suddenly realized it was long past bedtime. Invaders, humanity, whatever. I just want this to be over already. Just then, I felt a familiar presence I hadn't felt in a while. I sat up, and there she was, standing in the corner of my room. I knew it. It's been a while. Right, I guess it has been. For you. Yeah, because he's been watching Takumi for a while doing all these killings, isn't he? Huh? What do you mean by that? Huh? I've been watching you all this time. I know what's happened. Yep. Bingo, Takumi is the killer. Like, that was something that's been on my mind extremely ever since he sort of laid out that Takumi was the one behind Ava's killing, but like very nonchalantly in a way that sounded ambiguous. So I was like, yeah, maybe he saw something happening. But you must not remember. Yeah, you might have been watching us, but we haven't been able to see you. What do you need anyway? Did you find some kind of clue about the killer? Okay. I mean, that doesn't imply that you don't know who the killer is. Unfortunately, even I'm not sure what's going on or why. No matter what happens, all I can do is watch over you. Nothing more. I mean, that doesn't mean you haven't seen the killer, dude. Come on. Is that what you came here to tell me?
I'm sorry I couldn't save you.
Okay, maybe he saw the gi. Maybe he saw the gi approaching Takumi, and he couldn't do anything about it. Maybe that's what he means. Yeah. Yeah. Also by you. Maybe he means in the plural. Maybe he means the other ones. But I feel like that was directed at Takumi. In regards to the gi that possessed him in the entrance hall. With a sad look on his face, the Undying Flame boy abruptly vanished. What is up with them? Unwilling to frustrate myself thinking about it, I pulled the blanket over myself and closed my eyes. I wanted to forget reality, to forget everything, and find refuge in sleep. The morning announcement hadn't played yet. The sun was only just coming up. And right on cue... The sound!
Intruder alert. Intruder alert.
Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds. Defense mode initiated. All available troops prepare for battle immediately.
An enemy attack. Is Dasha finally here? But we don't have any plan for dealing with him at all. Damn it, I'm just gonna have to go. How is this gonna turn out? I dashed out of my room and ran as fast as I could and headed to the war room. Is FB gonna help us defeat Dasha? Is Vashina's gonna kill Dasha for us? Probably. Dasha has come, but the alarm sounded this time. It really startled me.
Looks like he brought some minions with him. This fight is going to be harder than last time.
We have fewer numbers and no plan. We're just going to have to go for it, do or die.
Wait, about that, we do have one strategy we can use.
What are you cooking, Tsubasa?
Remember that external storage device we recovered from the invader? Well, I finished analyzing the data on it.
Oh?
No one mentioned anything to me about an external storage device. Luckily, the data survived and I was able to retrieve some confidential information. I learned a lot. I'll spare you the details, but I used that knowledge to develop a bioweapon. Okay, so that's how they're haphazardly explaining that we have a strategy. That sounds familiar.
I looked into it and found that Commander DNA has some strange cells that are clearly different from regular humans. I succeeded in formulating a poison that attacks those cells. Call it a bioweapon that only works on commanders.
Once I understood the cell's weak point, I figured I should get to work on something. Nozomi helped me out.
Lady Nozomi! Why?
Because Tsubasa asked me to. It's not much, but I do have some experience with medical research. I'm the ideal candidate for working on a poison that affects cryptoglobin, because I don't have much of it myself. We did make a poison that Nozomi tricked the commander into consuming during my previous 100 days here, but... what's the plan this time? We turn the poison into a gas and have Dasha breathe it in. We made a trap we can place. We can position it and activate it anytime using a remote control. I'm going to find a place to set this. Once it's in place, I'll need you to get him to stop near it. We'll activate it once everyone's gotten some distance. That should be enough to get him to inhale the poison. Can we pull it off with the small group we have now? We'll just have to try. It's better than standing around getting killed. You're right, it's very much worth trying. But why didn't you say anything before? Because of this whole killer thing, I kept the info under wraps as a precaution. And I wasn't sure it would even work out. It was a gamble.
Thank you both so much. Now we just have to find a way to make this work.
Yeah, let's do this. I don't want to have any regrets.
Yeah! Forget about everything else and give it everything you've got. It's time for a defensive battle.
Wow.
God of the planet.
I mean, they already transformed, I guess.
Plea and lend me thy strength.
But that was quick.
Blood of my bond release. It is I, the paragon of warfare, Dalshar. I have come.
Nice. I have come.
Let us begin. Come and prepare to die.
Here we go, everybody. We have to stop him.
Okay. We have 3 waves. Alright, give me just a second. I'm gonna go take a pee and I'll BRB. I am back. Okay. Let's do this.
Ready as I'll ever be. Leave it to me.
Easy as always.
Time for action.
I'm indebted to you.
Let's do this.
Shoot.
This should do it.
Time to move. I'll put this to good use.
Wow, they're not even doing the animation.
It worked! The poison worked!
Let us all strike in unison. Wait. There's still gas lingering in the vicinity. We'll be hurt if we try to attack now. We'll finish him after it clears. First, let's take care of the enemies in the vicinity.
All right. Let's do it. Choo, 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 Kyoshka.
Men! Leave it to me. You've left yourself open. I've got you.
Ready whenever.
I'm prepped and ready. I'll patch you up.
Thanks.
I owe you. I've got this.
My turn. Die! Balance ready whenever. I'll chop you to pieces. Time for battle.
It just shows 10. Can't do anything about it.
Out of my way. Ready whenever. Die! Broken so soon.
Ready when you are. Take that!
Oh, there was one guy that I didn't see there.
Here we go. Yeah! Ready when you are. There! Let's go. Take that! I've got this. Ha!
2 arms. Men!
Nice. So I'm pretty sure Veshness is gonna absorb him.
Is this poison gas? Incredible. I never would have guessed there was a poison that could work on me. I underestimated you.
Yes, you did, Dasha, several times.
Everybody, all together now.
Looks like it's time to settle things once and for all. Who will survive? You or I? Let us see what the answer is. To battle!
Choo doo choo choo.
I don't want to fight. Not like this.
Locked and loaded. I've got you.
You have my thanks.
Let's go. Harder. Say when. Gotta push it. I've got this. Time to use it. I'm not done yet. Take this! Go! It's all right. That all you got? Take this! It's all right. I'm not done yet. This should do it. That all you got?
Where's my dog?
Not like this.
Not like this.
Yeah! Oh, not there yet. Here!
I'm good whenever. Let's ride. We did it!
That all you got? There! It's all right. Here! I'm not done yet. One last strike!
Alright, Veshness. Europe.
So, I've lost. The time of my destruction is upon me at last. I gave this battle everything I had. I have no regret.
Wow. That was quick.
Fishness.
That was extremely quick.
A disgraceful end. Pitiful.
Veshness stamped on the commander's desiccated corpse with a sneer.
Everyone, prepare to attack!
There's no need to rush. I don't intend to fight you yet.
Huh?
I am preparing an event. A ritual, if you will, to usher in my ascension to godhood. Our battle will take place then.
What are you talking about?
Be calm. The time is soon. Wait with bated breath, so that you may behold my birth as the one true God!
Wow. With that declaration, Veshness turned and left. Honestly, after seeing her walk away, I felt relieved. That was very quick. Those conversations were awfully short. Alright, when are they gonna reveal that Takumi is the one killing everybody? I bet they're gonna leave Nozomi last. Everything hurts. I was resting in bed, recovering from our long, brutal battle. We managed to defeat Dashi somehow, but the time to settle things with Veshness was getting closer. Our only option is to fight. I know that, but even if we beat Veshness and manage to survive, what do we have left to live for? Suddenly, the faces of all our dead friends flashed through my mind. Was there really any point to playing out the rest of this worst-case scenario? No, I have to stop thinking about this. My head is starting to hurt again. I'm sleepy too, though that may be from all the fighting. It's too early to sleep, but I don't have any appetite either. I'll just rest here. Deciding to abandon all thought, I pulled up the blankets and curled into a ball. Eventually, I passed out like a light. Bing bong.
A fine morning is upon us. It's your 94th day of active service here at the Last Defense Academy. The end of your school days is so close. But don't lose focus just yet. We don't know when those vile invaders will attack. But no matter what obstacles lay in your way, if you join hands with your comrades, you can surmount any challenge. Now then, keep your spirits up and protect our beloved school and the human race to the last!
Join hands with my comrades. There's only 5 of us left. The pointless complaint left my mouth before I could stop it. On top of that, my body still hurts. The exhaustion from yesterday's battle wasn't gone yet. No, I need to get up. Otherwise, the whole day will go by while I'm in bed. I pushed myself to get out of bed, getting ready for the day. Maybe somebody's in the cafeteria. I should go see. Maybe there's a body in the cafeteria. Is that... Oh my god, is Kyoshika dead? The moment I stepped out of my room, I saw Tsubasa, Nozomi, and Hideko all standing stock still. Yeah, Kyoshika's dead. So yeah, they're really gonna leave either Nozomi or Hideko to the last. What are they looking at? I follow their gazes and chill. Okay. That's the door to Kyoshika's room. You can't be serious. It does, like, it's interesting that there's like a hole in the middle of the door, but I think like that's just, you know, they just broke that and opened the door either way, because it looks broken on the door frame. All right, how is this gonna look like?
Kyoshika? Hey, Kyoshika!
I hurried into her room, already half suspecting what I'd find inside. Oof. Poor girl, man. Poor Kyoshika. Well, at least she died with the Holy Jumonji sword. Kyoshika's corpse was laid on the floor with a tormented expression, her body shredded like all others.
Kyoshika!
The others had followed me into the room, now stunned by the wretched scene before them. It's just like what happened to Yugamu. The killer broke down the door with a power saw and killed her. Wait, wouldn't we be able to hear someone breaking down a door with a power saw? Now that you mention it... I saw Kyoshika in the cafeteria last night. We went back to the roof together, so I think she must have been killed after that. When was that exactly? I think it was around 9 p.m. when we met in the cafeteria. We had a late dinner because of the defensive battle. We got back to our rooms after 10. I went to sleep right away. I was already sleeping before 9. I didn't wake up until morning. I was really sleepy yesterday too. I went to bed early, but... How did we not hear anything? Even if we were tired from the fight, the sound of a door being sawed down would have been fairly loud. What the fuck is going on here? Like, I'm trying so hard to come up with any ideas for that, and I can't. Like, why did you guys not hear that? Like, there's no shot they, like, the killer placed headphones on all of them before doing that. Kyoshika would have gotten up and ran if she heard it. The more I think about it, the less it adds up. Exactly. Let's think more about this later. For now, I'd rather we do something with the body. Iron Rim's greatly soundproof. You're confusing that with another game. Yeah, you're right. Let's do that. After I brought Kyoshika to the morgue and made a small gravestone, we gathered in the cafeteria. The life sign count is down to 4.
There's still few of us left.
Uh,
Yeah, it's sad, but I don't know what we should do.
Ah,
I couldn't think of anything to say. I'm too depressed myself to cheer anyone else up. I'm just one big mess of confusion. I have the feeling it was mentioned here too at a certain point. No. The rooms are not soundproof. I know that for a fact because I remember them hearing like screams from within the doors. Like during Takumi seeing Ghost Route. Nah. Let me see if I have any mentions of soundproofing in my notes. Because maybe you're mixing it up with something. No, I have nothing mentioning soundproof. I feel like you're making things up.
By the way, what are you up to, Hiruka?
I just wanted to check on something. Hiruka seemed to be inspecting the water cooler in the cafeteria. Is there something off about it? Looks fine to me.
Oh?
I'm curious about what's inside. Tsubasa, could you lend me a hand? Wait a second, I think I know what's going on. Tsubasa said she was extra sleepy. I think someone added some sort of sleep-inducing substance to the water, and everyone drank it, and they were all hard asleep, and they couldn't hear the sound of the saw.
What do you need?
We're going to find out what's in the water. All of you come to the biolab. Yeah, that's definitely what happened. With that, Hiroko exited the cafeteria with a cup of water in hand. And soon after, yeah, that's definitely what happened. Nozomi and I just stood in silence as we watched Tsubasa and Hiroko at work. I was curious about what they were doing, but I didn't want to interrupt. Just then, Tsubasa raised her head in shock.
No way.
I knew it. What is it? What did you find? We detected sleep medicine in the water from the cooler, bingo. Sleep medicine?
Oh?
The slow-acting kind, too. It takes time to kick in after being ingested. Do you mean the reason we didn't wake up last night is... because we drank this drugged water. Someone laced it in advance. Weirdly enough, Kyoshika and Nozomi were the ones in the cafeteria, so what the fuck is going on here? Unless someone drugged it before that.
What?
Well, yeah, because, yeah, it had to be before, because Takumi and Tsubasa were already asleep by 9, which is the time they met. Okay. So they went after Kyoshika knowing the drug would keep us asleep?
That explains why I was so unusually sleepy, exactly.
They really will go to any lengths to kill us.
I told you, right? This killer enjoys killing.
Taking their time picking us off one by one is just more fun for them.
I suddenly remembered what Datomi had said. They're killing us one by one, savoring each kill. No, it can't be them.
Takumi, what's wrong?
What do you mean it can't be them? Nothing, sorry, never mind. I think you're talking about FB, but it's not gonna be FB. And then there were 4. Wow. I could very well be next. All I can do is hold on to this terror and wait for time to pass. 5 days left until day 100. What kind of ending awaits us then? I hate that I'm probably not gonna be able to finish the route. Oh, that sucks. We're gonna be so close too.
Troops, it's time to rise and shine! It's day 95 of your service here at Last Defense Academy. Our long-awaited day 100 is just 5 days away. The Special Defense Unit is humanity's hope. Finish your mission and bring peace to mankind.
Will do, Siri, will do.
The curtain will soon rise on a new era. Work together and work hard!
Morning already. I sat upright and barely managed to drag my heavy body out of bed. I should head to the cafeteria. Gotta make sure everyone's okay. When I got to the cafeteria, Hideko was eating alone. Oh, morning Hideko, have you seen Tsubasa and Nozomi? Yeah, just now. Everybody's okay this morning. That's good, I can't let my guard down, but at least I can rest easy for a minute. Feeling like I could eat a leisurely breakfast in peace, I approached the ration nomadic, but... there's nothing I want to eat. This feeling again. I'm hungry, but nothing appeals to me.
Oh?
What's the matter? Oh, nothing big. I'm hungry, but I can't find anything I want to eat. I'm sure it'll go away in time. I'll just have a protein shake or something.
Oh?
Takumi, I want you to go somewhere with me. Huh? Right now? Hideko gave a small nod. Follow me. If you trust me, that is. Okay. Is she gonna bring up the frog craving, the geese, or something? Or is she gonna bring up the liver mortis codes? Okay, we'll see. We'll see if this is gonna go the same way as Mr. Route did, because Mr. Route, their hearts were missing, and they were exactly in the same place as the liver mortis codes were, as sort of like a red herring to like make us think they're just after the hearts, but in actuality, they're just looking for the liver mortis codes. Is that what you're gonna show us? Hideko brought me to our friend's resting place, the morgue. Before me were the remains of all the people we'd lost to the killer. This was maybe the last place I wanted to be. Why did Hideko bring me here?
Oh?
11 people were killed by the killer, including the commander we took prisoner. But there is a clear difference between them. She's gonna bring up the hearts that were stolen from the first Academy members. Yeah, that makes sense. There is? It might be hard to tell, but look closely at their wounds. With that, Hideko rearranged the bodies one by one. Yeah, or are you gonna bring up the axe, actually? They're all like a chest wound.
Oh?
What do you notice about their injuries? They're all consistent, and they all seem to be like blade inflicted, and usually within the chest area or abdomen. Well, there's lice to clean. They're pretty deep because of the power saw, but I don't think it's even the power saw in the first place. Look here next. Yeah, there's always like an X on them. Come, take a good look and tell me what you see. Just like the others, the next body was riddled with wounds that dug deep into flesh. At a glance, they all looked the same, but looking closely, I suddenly realized something was different. What is that? The ones in this one are messy stabs. Which one? Which one? Ava? Okay, that doesn't mean that the killer has two weapons. It could imply also that there's two different killers. Right, the power saw isn't the killer's only weapon. What? Those wounds were likely caused by a dagger or something similar, which implies Datami, unfortunately. Why would they use different weapons? Because maybe they didn't have access to the power saw? So, you showed us, I think she showed us Shoma, Takemaru, and the twins, right? Let me roll back. Let me roll back the stream a little bit. God, hold on. No, it was Takemaru, Kurara, and Shoma, and the twins. Oh, and Datami. Wait, hold on. Okay, so Moko, Gaku, Yugamu, and Kyoshika. Okay, interesting. Why would they use different weapons? That's all I can tell you. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself. That's so weird, because I assume they would use different weapons because they wouldn't have access to the saw. And if it's a dagger, it implies Darumi. But she was also one of the ones included in the dagger inflicted wounds. So what the fuck does this mean? It could, like, they said dagger specifically, not like a sword, like Takumi's sword. I do think there are two killers, dude. I feel like that's the only explanation.
Yeah.
Hey, Shiroko! With that, Hideko turned and left the room. Huh. What does it all mean? Back in my room, I was thinking hard in bed. Something was bothering me. A dagger? I know I've seen something like that somewhere. Have you? I mean, Darumi's the one that wields a dagger. Oh, the book, I guess. Well, but it was like blade-inflicted wounds. I don't think they ever mentioned dagger. My gaze wandered in search of an answer until I landed on my desk drawer. Of course, a dagger! I remembered a diary in the drawer. Okay, I need to reread that. Okay, that's right. I knew it. The killer in this diary had the same kind of weapon. I thought this diary was a work of fiction, or more accurately, that's what I wanted to believe. But it didn't seem like a mere coincidence, yeah, because the only fiction thing was the book. The diary seemed like something else.
What?
Does the killer from this diary exist in real life?
Then who wrote this? And when? How long has the killer been around?
Hideko must have figured out the truth, but she avoided giving me a straight answer. Is there some reason she feels like she can't talk to me? I don't understand any of this. My head hurts so bad. Okay, interesting. That was a very interesting final line, and you're going unconscious, it seems like. Man, what the fuck, dude? Okay, I assume Tsubasa is dead now. What time is it? I pried open my heavy lids to look at the clock. It was just before noon. Right, I spent all day yesterday deep in thought. I must have passed out. It feels like I slept. I feel like I slept too much, but there's no sense in dwelling on it. I left to my room, but all I did was stroll around the school, never coming across anyone. We were all keeping to ourselves, unsure of who the killer could be. I wonder where Hideko is. I wanted to continue our conversation from yesterday about the killer's weapons. She didn't seem to be in her room. Maybe I'll find her in the cafeteria? I was thinking out loud, walking the halls until... Takumi. Hideko, you scared me. I was just about to go look for you.
Oh?
Me? What for? It's about our discussion yesterday. I want you to tell me what it means. I've thought about it, but I just can't get the pieces to come together. You figured it out, right? Fine, come with me. What the fuck is she gonna tell us, bro? Like, I might be a little late to work today, but depending on how this goes, I don't mind. Hideko took me to the classroom where she'd once written that threatening message. Do you remember when Yugomo got the killer's suit and power saw? Yes, from the pool that was on the day of Moko's death. I'm pretty sure it was the day Moko was killed, day 43.
Oh?
Right, Mocha's wounds came from the power saw, which means Yugumo picked it up after she was killed. Bingo, okay. In other words, after killing Moko, the killer lost her suit and weapon for whatever reason, and specifically when they were thrown in water, which is interesting. But they had the opportunity to get them back. When do you think that could have been? I'm not sure I'm picking up. What are you putting down? I think when Yugumo was chasing us? After we caught Yugumo and took the things from him. Okay, yeah, I guess, like, further down the days. After we caught Yugumo and took the things from him, Gaku said he was going to hide them. The killer threatened Gaku into showing them where the power saw was hidden. The library. That makes sense. Then the two of them got into a scuffle and Gaku was killed with a stolen power saw. Basically, from day 43 until day 89, the killer didn't have those items on them. Makes sense. Makes sense, so that's why they were inflicted by a dagger. The people killed during that time were, it was Takemaru, Shoma, the twins, Darumi, and Yugumo. Well, yeah.
Oh?
Takemaru, Kurata, Shoma, Darumi, Ima, and Kako. Okay, I guess Yugumo doesn't count. You saw the wounds on their bodies, right? I did say Kurata, didn't I? Pretty sure I said Kurata. They were all killed with something like a dagger because the killer didn't have the power saw. None of you noticed. You thought Yugumo was the killer even though he was just impersonating them. When did you realize this? When we found Takemaru's body, so the very first one, and she didn't tell anything. I noticed the wounds on his body weren't like Ava's and Moko's, but I couldn't say anything. Why not? Because that would mean the real killer and the person we saw in the suit, Yugumo, were two different people. What's the problem with that? They were two different people. If you just told us, we might have been able to save everybody that got killed after Takemaru. Don't you think I know that? But still, I couldn't tell you. Why not? Because if everyone knew there was both a killer and an imposter.
Then it would ruin the alibis of anyone who said they saw the killer.
Yep, pretty much.
Huh?
Yep.
Then they'd be a potential suspect. So I couldn't say anything.
Hey, Shiruko! Shiruko looked down, turned on her heel, and ran away. Jesus Christ, dude. After that, I tried looking for her, but time just ticked away as I searched aimlessly. I couldn't get over what she'd said. Was she covering for someone? That would mean she was trying to hide the true identity of the killer. But why would she do that? Was she connected to them somehow? It's so hard to say, but if you are the killer, Takumi, then yeah. But what I don't understand about this is like, it's like, because if it wasn't Yugumo chasing Nozomi and Takumi, then the killer, if it's Takumi, it's gotta be like a secondary Takumi. It's not gonna be this Takumi, but that doesn't add up with the gi inside of his mind. So I don't get it. Why? I have a bad feeling about this. Starluck 2, can you imagine? Fucking Christ, dude. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to call it here. At least that's a guarantee that next time we jump into this, we're clearing the route. What the actual fuck, dude? Like, I'm sorry if I've been a little quiet this stream, but I honestly am just so lost in what the fuck's going on here.
Because I understand Hiriko's side, like, I know there's, like, things she can't reveal because it's gonna alter the timeline in ways that are gonna be worse than her current predicament, so she has to be very careful with what she says. And there's also, like, the entire thing about her ego as well, like, the guilt she feels from the other pasts she lived. And there's also the possibility that she knows that Takumi is the one that's doing the killing, and she's ultimately trying to protect him from the killer that's within him. But then there's like the idea of a second Takumi that the twins basically vouched for, and how that one might have been the one chasing Nozomi and Takumi around. But then that doesn't explain the Gi, because the only thing that would make sense here is that there are two Takumis, and the two of them are killers. One from a Gi, the second one from another timeline or something, which is so fucking weird. It's so fucking awkward. I don't know, like, otherwise I don't know how to explain this, because I don't think Takumi's just like teleporting or something. I mean, they brought up the idea of people just vanishing and appearing with Hiriko, but I don't know. This is so difficult. Like, damn. What a cliffhanger. Yeah, I am confused. I don't have any like thoughts on this route yet. I mean, I have some thoughts, but I feel like if I need to expose my opinion, I need to see how it's gonna end. Because I feel like the Yugamo twist made sense. Like, that was a cool twist, because it was really the only thing that made sense. Now, this created a whole new array of problems that I have no idea how they're gonna be fixed. So I'm just very, very confused. So this killer is not stealing hearts, so it leads me to believe that he's not involved with X in the mystery route. I don't know why Hiriko remembered all those things on day 3, but maybe it's just like a consistent date among all routes, because, and maybe there's not much we can look into it. Because, like, that was like the day after Takumi went back, so maybe there is something there. Well, actually, she was asleep. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense, because she was asleep during the time that Takumi came back and killed Eito, wasn't she? Yeah, because it was like in the dead of the night. That makes sense. So when she woke up on day 3, she just started remembering all that shit. Makes sense. Okay. Interesting. So, okay. That clears that up, but that still does not help with anything in this particular mystery. I've got it. Eito's the killer. Fucking Christ. It's gonna be really funny when Eito is indeed the killer in the end. And we're all gonna be like, oh my god. I don't think they're gonna do that, just because Eito has not been a part of this route. But yeah, I'm still with my idea that there are two Takumis, and one of them is indeed the killer. I don't know who is the person that wrote that diary. It might be Hiriko. It might even be Takumi himself. I do not know. I know the only one that keeps a diary from our team, at least, is Takemaru. We know that from the second scenario route. But other than that, I honestly have no idea. Now that they brought up this entire thing about there being 2 different weapons from when the killer did not have access to the power saw, now this complicates things a little bit. And why a dagger of all things? Because honestly, they didn't mention it was like a sword. Like, the Takumi has a sword, but it was a dagger. I don't think they can kill people with the infusers, can they? Like they can use it to absorb hemo anima, but can they just use that to like stab? Because if it is an infuser, then that could be literally anyone just based on murder weapon. But I don't think it's gonna be Nozomi or Tsubasa. I don't think that makes any sense. I feel like the only possibility is Takumi, because we have this whole Gi situation that we have not gotten into yet, and FB did say, hey, Takumi, I'm sorry I was not able to save you, or something like that. So I think that has to do with when the Gi absorbed, not absorbed, but took over Takumi's brain in the entrance hall way earlier. I think it was day 25 or 24 when we, no, it was really early. It was like day 4 or something when we left the academy. I think that's what he was referring to. I think he's been observing what's been happening, and he like sees Takumi going and killing people, but he doesn't know why this is happening, or yeah, any reason for it, and how Takumi doesn't remember it. So he feels like Takumi isn't responsible for it because he doesn't remember, but he also doesn't want it to burden him with the fact that he's been the one doing the killings. And if Hiroko knows that as well, maybe that's also the reason why she's hiding it from Takumi. She's having a lot of trouble even like telling anything to him. It feels like she's on the verge of spilling the beans, but she can't bring herself to do it because she knows how painful that's gonna be for Takumi. Yeah. I mean, we'll figure this out. Anyway, boys, we're gonna come back to this on Friday and finish this route and see how this is all gonna end. Like I said, I need to see how this ends to expose my thoughts on it. Maybe it's gonna be a brilliant twist. Maybe it's gonna be weird. We'll see. Hopefully, it's gonna surprise me in a good way, because I do like a bit the mystery they have laid on this route, and I hope they end it in a satisfying way. So anyway, I'll catch you guys on Friday. Thank you so much for being here, and see you later. Bye-bye.